Hello, this is BSJ, and this video is going to give you a brief guide on what carries are the strongest. In general, this patch, I think it's really important for carries to be able to fight early or be able to contribute to their team early. That being said, I think heroes that revolve around long cooldowns and like high impact spells that are on a long cooldown are not very strong. Heroes like Faceless Void are some of the best examples of that. You can't fight consistently, then you're not a very good carry in this patch. Also, another important thing is to be a high damage dealer without very many items. So heroes that require a lot of items to deal damage are also not very strong in this patch. Heroes that are strong are ones that can group up early as well as be independent when necessary. When you're ahead, it's really important that you're able to split push, and when you're behind, it's also important to split push. But in either scenario, it's really important that if the other team is trying to kill you, that you're able to fight back. Whether that means that you can push their towers when you're ahead, or that if they're diving your teammates, that you're able to help at all. So in general, some of the strongest carries this patch, the first one that comes to mind, and I believe is the strongest because he's the most versatile, is Ember Spirit. You learn to play Ember Spirit, the hero has such high potential to split push while being at fights, meaning that he can, lay a remnant where his team is and then TP somewhere else and come back to the fight. And that's something that's very unique in this patch because so oftentimes the way that teams try to stop you from pushing is by trying to push your towers and forcing you to back up to defend your base. And heroes like Ember Spirit are really good at that particular objective, as well as heroes like Alchemist, who 6-slot themselves very quickly. I'd say Ember Spirit, Alchemist are two of the first ones that come to mind. Alchemist is kind of one of those heroes that can be played mid as well, and primarily is played mid, but he is generally the carry role. Other heroes that are very popular are Slark. I think is very strong in pubs. Most people don't know how to coordinate well enough to kill him. I believe Sven is one of the highest damage dealing heroes and can be very powerful in pubs. I also believe that Legion Commander is very strong. I believe that Juggernaut is very strong. He's a high damage output carry that requires very few items to come online. And I also believe Ursa is one of the strongest heroes, as well as Wraith King in pubs. Ursa is really strong at taking Roche. People don't normally deal with him very well in that regard. And he's also very good at single target pickoffs, which most people don't deal very well with in pubs as well. And then Wraith King is a hero that simply at any time you can die and then come back to life. And in pubs, it's much harder to play around avoiding a hero. Most of the time, the way to deal with Wraith King is killing his teammates before you kill him, but that's hard to do in pubs and that's hard to coordinate. So heroes like Wraith King are very strong, as well as Spectre, because Spectre is one of those heroes that doesn't farm very fast, but the minute she gets ahead, the game's pretty much won because of the nature of her ultimate. So I'd say the main list for the strongest carries in this patch are Wraith King, Ursa, Slark, Spectre, Alchemist, Ember Spirit, as well as Gyrocopter. Pretty much all these heroes are able to fight early or come online very quickly and are able to push towers or maneuver around the map. And that's really important as the carry role. Other heroes are played as carries from the mid lane, but those aren't really in the scope of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to check out the guides on which heroes will be strongest in the upcoming patches.